Okay, good morning, guys. So today I'm going to show you how you can speed up the process of scheduling your prospect, meaning people who are interested in becoming travel agent, and send them to the presentation so they can learn all about the business. So like I was saying that if you have people reaching out to you, either you have Facebook or you are using job board like LinkedIn or other ones, you will get a lot of candidates. You will get a lot of people who like, okay, interested, or they reply to your post or they reply to a keyword, like if you're using Craigslist. So it is really, I mean, I know a lot of people, some people who like did it manually all the time and went all the way to platinum. But if you don't have time, maybe you have full-time job, maybe you have your kids like me, or you just want to have a lazy way to do it, using scheduling like calendar will save you a tons of time. So today, that's what what I'm going to be focusing on, showing you which one to, how to use one at least, because I know we all know about Calendly. We heard about Calendly all the time. Send your Calendly link wherever, right? I use Calendly for the past 4 years, but I have switched to TidyCal, which is the one I'm going to be focusing today. Calendly, if you guys know, it is a monthly fee, or you can pay the yearly fee. When I was like in my first 2 year, I think I paid just the year, and then just it renew every year. But then after I was just doing monthly. And I think it's like 12 or $15. I don't remember anymore because I changed it since the new year. But now I switch to TidyCast. So if you guys, like I said, if you do job boards or even social media and you have people reaching out to you. So I posted this job yesterday on LinkedIn. And if you guys don't know how to post a job on LinkedIn, reach out to your mentor. We have done a lot of LinkedIn posting to get prospect from LinkedIn, how to post job, how to do it the right way so you can take advantage of LinkedIn, which is free, because some of other ones you have to pay. So as you can see, all these people, they reply to my post that I made yesterday about becoming a travel coordinator, right? So all of these, if let's say like how many, I don't know, maybe like 25, let's say people, and then I'm gonna sit down and be like, okay, is tomorrow. So let's see um where is like okay here our um like what is this called? Our presentation calendar, right? Let's focus on this one, the corporate one. Like we have Monday all the time, like four presentation. We have Tuesday three. We have every single day we have something, right? At least even Sunday we have in the morning. So let's say I'm gonna be sitting, and sending, texting back and forth these people and telling them, okay, we have at least they say, if you follow the script of doing it manually, it says to at least give them like two options. Like let's say I'm gonna be reaching out to them today, Sunday. So I'm gonna give them tomorrow, and because we only have one Sunday, right? I know we have the TK one too, but we just gonna focus this one. So let's say I'm giving them Monday and Tuesday, right? And on Monday we have like four already. I'm not gonna be telling them we have 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. That's too much option. I can choose 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. And you can choose based on also your availability of like reaching out to them, making sure they get on the meeting, on time, or sending them reminder and also sending follow. So if you are not available at 8 a.m. like me, 8 a.m. I'm of course already awake, but I have, kids that are dropping school and back and forth. I'm not gonna give them 8 a.m. because I won't be having time to like check on them and stuff like that. 11 a.m. I'm here. I'm not doing I'm coming back from my son actually session, so I'll be home. 3 p.m. I'm going to pick my kids from school, so I choose them 11 a.m. I'll give them 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., which is like in the morning and also afternoon, depending on where you are, right? And also I'll give them another option for Tuesday. So let's say I'm like, okay, like based on the script, these are the next two available time, days and time. Which one is best for you? And they were like, I'm not available either way, right? You see how this can be like take time to like just be, giving them option and going back and forth, back and forth. You never know. Someone may be like, oh yeah, 11 a.m. is good Monday, good. Sometimes you have all those one, someone who like just, okay, Monday is good, you're good. But then sometimes you have people who like, I'm not available at those times. Then you're gonna have to like give them another option. They might not be available for those one too. So that's why It's really good and time saving to have like this scheduling calendar. So like I said, a lot of people use Calendly. Switch from Calendly, so I'm going to be using TidyCal. And I don't know, for some reason, my this browser, this is my main business, is not working for me, and I emailed them yesterday, so I'm just going to open it into an incognito one, which they suggested. And I have to like clear cache and do all sort of thing. I'm like, I don't have time for that now. I'll do it later. But this is TidyCal. And what's nice about TidyCal? Cheryl said I was using Calendly, but hoping this can replace it and get the same, yes, results. It's almost 130. Yeah, we're not paying that with TidyCal. We're not paying that. Like half of that. So Ken, I also took your advice for finding groups of people who's interested in work from home jobs and posting it online. Where is it allowed? Yes, good for doing that. So yeah, TidyCal, they have free. The free can it won't do nothing to you. Okay, it won't do nothing for you. And they have a 29 one lifetime. So you don't pay monthly. You pay once and you're done. And they have, yes, the 79 one. That's what I did. That one is pro lifetime, and you can do more stuff than with just the 29. So I feel like it's way worth it just to pay the 79 done. And I can have all the things that I used to have with Calendly, because with the 29 you can be sending messages like text reminder, because Calendly used to have that from I used to do that with Calendly. And when I did the 29, I'm like, wait, why I don't have the message? They're like, no, you have to upgrade. I'm like, okay, I'll upgrade. So I upgrade to 79 one. And then I can do everything same with the Calendly. So I'm gonna show you guys like just a setup. It's the same thing. And if you're already on Calendly, I don't know if you guys who is, you can export your, so you don't have to start from scratch. So, and that's what I did. You can export your bookings, your type, that you already created. You already have everything set up there. You can just export it, integrate it to TidyCal, so you don't have to start from scratch. And that's what I did. So if you go here, this is your main booking page, and it just have, I really didn't do much setup with it. I just do the basics. And this is just your start. And I haven't dived into this one. They say you can have your link into, LinkedIn, Instagram, even TikTok, but I don't want to mess with those things. I just leave it alone. But if you go to like the booking, this is the same thing as Calendly. It's going to show you the people who book um your for your presentation times. And if you go here, this is where you're going to be setting up. So let's say I'm going to start a new one. So these were from the one I just exported from my Calendly. And you can make multiple, like infinite, probably unlimited calendar booking type. So this is the main one for the Evo, for the main presentation corporate, and this is the TK one for travel. And this is just I just added additional time. I also have a booking consultation, which I disable, because if I leave it on, it's gonna show to everybody, and I don't want that. So if I have a client customer who wants to like book a consultation with me, I can just copy this and give it to them, and they can see my availability, and they can book any day, whenever they are available, instead of just leaving it out for everybody to see. And I used to also have the Espanol presentation, but I also disable it because I don't really speak Spanish. I won't be able to help much people who come from, but yeah, but we still have people who like, have agent from all over, people who speak Spanish. And so if we go to here, for example, my setup, the event type, which is just, the travel. So I can just make sure I know which one is which, because we have two, like I said, the TK one and also the main evolution. And so it's the same. And again, this is just still from the Calendly. I just put it whatever it was. I didn't have to change anything. I changed this, I think, because it was something too long. So you can change this. Whatever you put on this, that's gonna be the link that's gonna show up on online. So if I copy this and put it here, see, it's gonna show this one right here. So whatever you want the your domain to end up, that's what you're gonna put in here. And of course, just a little description about, just letting people know what is this about. Just a little blurb. Same as the Calendly, if you follow the Calendly script, because we have that one also on the on our resources. And how long the meeting is. We always put just 60 minutes. Sometimes it can be less or more depending on who's talking. And this is where you set up the days. So if we go back to our calendar, so I have this one over there, and I have all of them here. It's really easy. And because this one is fixed, our presentation for the corporate is fixed, I do that one for the weekly, okay? But then if you have to do the other one, which is this one, the TK one, which always changes monthly, right? So you go to do specific dates, and that's where you're gonna put the days that we have um for these ones. So this one this one may change next month in June, right? So you're gonna come here, you look at the date. So I was last night adding some because I have set up my in a way they can only see the next 2 days. And since here we don't have all these, so there's like a really big gaps. I just put a fake date for today so you guys can see it. And this is how I do it. I go to specific date instead of weekly because the weekly one is for corporate one, which is fixed, and I don't have to change that any unless there's like a new change, which we have like the 8 a.m. was changed, the Sunday also was added, so I just add those one in there. But if you're going to do the another booking with the TK presentation, you just go to specific dates and you can add your new uh, date. So for example, if you go 15, we have Friday at 3 p.m. So I just do the 15 for Friday, and then same thing, change it to 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Why did it just change quickly? I didn't do anything. And then we have the Saturday, the 16th, 10 a.m. So let's add another date, 16, nope, 17. We have a 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then I'm just going to duplicate because it's the same day, and I'll change this to 5 p.m. 5, oops, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And this was 10 a.m. Why did it switch to 11 a.m.? Okay. So always double check, make sure it's correct. You don't want to have some hiccups. So 10 a.m. we have set 17 and then 5 p.m. And then all you do is just save. And like it says, give me this notice because, like I said, my time, when you set up, they said not to give like the whole week, right? You don't want to give them all the option you have, like, and they be like, oh, this happened all the time, so I can just wait and I can do it whenever. You want that urgency for them to like book it right away. And if you have all of them open at once, so this one I only give it like so when I go to answer to these people. I can give them, I'm not going to give them the TK presentation, right? Because like I said, I have a huge gap here. So I'm not going to do that. So if I go to answer this one, I'm going to include the presentation for I will give them this link because this one is every single day. If I give them this one, so let's go and you guys can see, it's going to say no available date found because, like I said, we have those gaps for the TK and we don't have anything until so today is Mother's Day, no present until Friday, right? So we have like 4 days in between. So I'm not gonna give them that. So for example, if today was Thursday, I can give them option to have Friday 3 p.m. or I will also can give them the Saturday. So I can copy my TK link, my additional travel industry meeting additional time, that link, and I can give them that one instead of the other one. So I switch back and forth between those one, and I have scripts like already. For example, if I go back to these people that I already lip price, so you can see I have this one is my main one. So if I open this one, it's gonna yeah, let's go. So it's gonna give them both option. And if you don't want to do that, you can just copy one of the link and then you will change it to just so for example, if I can and this is what I do when I answer people. I don't like to do the whole thing. I just copy and I change stuff. And I can just copy this link and put it here instead of the main one. So this is my main calendar, right? Oops, I didn't copy that. Let me just go and delete it. And I'll just uh, copy and I'll put it here. Okay, that's better. So, and I can just send them this one, right? And if it's just like any days, you can just give them this one. Or if you just want to be like, I don't care, I'm not gonna be doing all that, you can send them the main one, which I mostly do all the time. Like if I show you most of these, it's gonna be that's this one. That's the TidyCal and Voyage by Luna, which is the main. And when they open it again, they will see both of them. They will see the travel industry one and they will also see the additional, which is the TK one. And if they open this one, they definitely have some availability right here. And you can see they have option for Monday, Tuesday, and because it's already 10 a.m., it's already open for Wednesday. But if they go and like, oh, let me just be curious and open, I don't know, and then open this one, they won't see any days again because we have that gap. So they have option. So let's go back to the setup. And I think so this one is very easy for the main presentation. You don't have to change it again unless we have any change. And our leaders, they do phenomenal job of letting us know if any when changes happen, so we can just go and change anything for us. But my main concern for you guys is just to make sure you change this one. As you can see, my May I was like having some funds. I didn't change my May, and because I always just have the corporate one, I'm not worried about not having anything on my link. So, but if you want to have more option, you can come here every month. The percentage always out like the first or at least the second day of the month, and you can see what we have, and you can add them on your calendar. And there's some things like I really don't care much, but only here. So the question, you can add question, and I have the same with the other calendar too. So it's just straightforward, simple, the same thing I had on my calendar before. How did you hear about us? Because it's important to know where they found you so you can see which one is working, because we are really using a lot of stuff. We are using, all these job boards, social media, whatever. And sometimes some people say like, oh, chat GPT. Sometimes people say TikTok. Sometimes people be like, online, Google. You never know where they find you. And if they find something that's like really odd, maybe you can see, what that platform was, and maybe you work that platform for you, for your advantage. And making sure also they add their numbers so that you can text them the reminders. So I have set up, I don't think I set it up here, but I set it up on this one for like follow-up too. So you can do the same. Like I said, it's the same thing as Calendly. It's just the price that's different. You will be paying 130 a year, but here you pay lifetime forever, one and done, $79, and you have the same thing, I'm telling you. Let's see here. What did I do when it comes to the notification? Okay, that's what we were going for. So I have set up so when they book, they get a confirmation. So if someone come here and they already like choose whatever 12, let's say 3 p.m. As soon as they did this, they get a confirmation from me telling them you have booked and your booking is confirmed, right? Same as Calendly, we can do that. We can also do here reminders 2 hours. So I did 2 hours and 15 minutes too, because you want them to, you want to be on top of mind, because people have life, they're busy. Sometimes they be like, okay, I schedule, like I get some messages on LinkedIn and say, oh, I scheduled this day and day time with you for the travel of agent, travel coordinator, whatever I put meeting. But they might not show up because they might have other things to do, or like they forgot, or they didn't put it on their calendar. And as you guys know, we really don't have time for a lot of things, but if we don't put it on our calendar, it's not happening. At least that's me. I have to put everything on the calendar. If I don't see it on my calendar, either online or I have papers now, it's not happening. It's gone. I forgot it. Sorry, right? But if we are doing our job and wanting people to see the presentation, to come to our meetings, we have to take another step. And some people also text like really do text, not just depending on the Calendly or the TidyCal reminders. So let's say you want to do that, you can, but I highly recommend having this set up too. 2 hour before the meeting, 15 minutes. And also, if you are doing your reminders correctly, you should be doing a reminder at the time of the meeting start, like Sally, or if you, because we don't see the people, the participant on the corporate, but we can see maybe on our TK, I think still, you can see if they are, there. If they're not, you can remind them. And even if you are doing the corporate one, you can see them. You can still text, hey, the meeting, started, follow that script. Are you in or are you coming? Wherever you use, after, like, let's say the meeting is at 11 a.m., you can do that like 11:03, 11:04, 11:05, right? And sometimes you'll be like, I'm in the meeting already, or sometimes like, oops, whatever. What's the link? Whatever they said, you will be able to like at least get them, in the meeting, or know already that they are attending, so you can do the proper follow-up. And sometimes you get no one answer you, it happens so. No one like, just cricket. And sometimes you get funny ones too. And same for the reminders. It's the same thing. I on my last one, like when I do the email, so you can do text. This is email, and you can also do text reminders. Same. So automated, you have email, you have text, just like Calendly. And then let's get out of here. Let me see what else I have. Yeah, so those are the only thing that I changed. So my availability, my notification, like the reminders and the follow-up, and then that's it. And the question, yeah. So any all these thing, yeah, I did not change all of them because it really doesn't matter. Unless it's matter to you, you want to have pretty stuff, yeah, you can do those things. And again, I'm going to show you if you are using Calendly. I think you can go to, okay, right here. So you go on your main menu right here on integration. You go to on the import from Calendly. So if you are using Calendly and you want to switch and you don't want to start from scratch, you can just import booking, because I already did. I don't want to do it again. I don't know what's going to happen. So you just click on that and it's going to make you log into your Calendly account, and then you can just watch it happen, and it's gonna switch to your TidyCal. And all you have to do, make sure everything is correct. Make sure that you have the times. I think it's messed up the time when it's switched, so I have to like go and make sure I have the correct time for the corporate presentation. And then for the other one, for the TK presentation, I make sure that I have the month, and then I just look at the month, the calendar, and I, put the correct dates. But the switch is really easy. They made it easy. And Kalan, you can do so much stuff with TidyCal. And I know I've been using it just like for 3 months now, I believe, or four. And I haven't dove into a lot of stuff. They even have like you can promote, you can add review, people can review your I guess services. They have like payments, they have coupon, they have subscription, they have all sort of things that I have no business needing, but it's here just in case you want to use it for something else. But that's really about, TidyCal. Do you guys have any question? Um, yeah, so let's check the pricing. So as you can see, they have these are, like I said, the free one will not do anything. It's just, yeah. I rather have, just pay once and have all this because I can, especially the reminders, making sure that I can, remind people, automatically is beside me, instead of me just going and emailing every maybe like 2 hours, because sometimes, like, let's see, sometimes you can have someone. Let's see if I can see. Da. Like if someone chooses to like do, let's this one. Like I might not remember 8 a.m. on Wednesday that I have someone scheduled, like because like I said, we are busy. And then the times come, and I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't remind them because on the day off, you can see I'll go check everybody who's supposed to, get on the meeting, right? And I used to do it on spreadsheet, and I write then put their name, their number, email, and I put it on my spreadsheet, on my Google Sheet, and then I'll follow up or I'll remind, accordingly. But this day I just put it on my, because I don't have a lot of people scheduling. I'm just using LinkedIn, which just give me like 10 free people a day. So I just put it on my notes book, and I can, follow up or remind accordingly. But if I don't do that, if I don't check my prospects list daily, you will miss out on a lot. So that's why I think it's really important to have, the setup. So, the hours, the day off, 2 hours before, 15 minutes before, and those are email. And then you add that to also the text. The text is really short. It's just say, hey, reminder, there is, your meeting starting at what time or whatever, right? So I think the 79 lifetime is absolutely worth it. I know, I'm really icky about, changes or like switching to new stuff, but when I saw TidyCal can do all that, I'm like, bye, Kalamle, Why am I paying 130 a year when I can just pay 79 lifetime, one and done, right? So if you're interested, it's TidyCal.com. You can try it. You can start with maybe the 29 and see if you like it. It's an investment and it's tax writer. It's already on my expenses. I already put it there on my expenses to for my business. But yeah, do you guys have any question? Is this helpful? Do you think you can use it? Is there anything I can like answer while we're here? I know today is Mother's Day, and if you're a mom, happy Mother's Day to you. Um, I don't want to take any more time of, it's cheap, I know. Do you use TidyCal for customers trip? No, no. I only have this for if like someone wanna book a consultation so we can talk about the trip. But for trip we use Travel Joy, Travelify, Turn. There's so many. Like there's other CRM for that. This one is just for um outside team building, or again, or your team. If you want to have team meetings, you can add that. Or if you want to have your agents, meeting with you, you can also add another one and just like disable it, and you can just share the link with them. Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff. I know, other people use it for their services, like, and they that's why they have payment here or subscription if they, but me, because we use this, the calendars, scheduling calendar for just team building, people to see the presentation time, and they can choose on their own whichever is, whichever is best for them, instead of just doing messaging back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, for customers, you have way better than, other thing that you can use the other CRM. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording so it doesn't get too long. And I'll see if you guys have any question, if you need me to like show you other things. So yeah, thank you.